Okay, let's start it. Good morning. My name is Carolina Garcia, Marketing Manager at HandCloud. Thank you everyone for being part of our webinar. We know that artificial intelligence is currently a trending topic today, but besides that, how can we actually apply artificial intelligence in a business context, or in this case, in the help desk operations? Well, our expert, Juan Carvajal, who has extensive experience in ServiceNow, is going to talk about this and more. How are you, Juan? Please go ahead. Juan, you are muted.
Thank you very much, Carol. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Juan Jose Carvajal. I'm a pre-sale consultant here in HandCloud, and I'm also certified as a system administrator for ServiceNow, and also an implementer for IT service management and discovery. And fortunately, this is also my sixth year here in HandCloud. So I'm very excited to share you what is the topic that we have prepared for you today, in how we can evolutionate the help desk with artificial intelligence. For those who don't know us, we are HandCloud. We are a ServiceNow elite partner. Right now, we have over 100 consultants that are specialized in ServiceNow, with around 147 certifications, as well as 14 pre-sales specialists like me and account executives that help us to be business partners with you. And with over 6 years and more than 400 projects executed, we have become one of the key partners for ServiceNow, obtaining the Americas Partner Award in 2021, as well as the first HR service delivery implementation for Latin America, and the first Center of Excellence and Innovation also in Latin America. On today's topic is the evolution of the help desk with artificial intelligence. So for that, we're going to focus on three main aspects: the virtual agent to improving the self-service, agent assist for the easier resolution, and performance analytics so we can define the KPIs for the success. So the first thing is, what is the approach for ServiceNow to help these teams to bring together technology, services, and operation together? So this is centered around modernizing, automating, and optimizing the operations. So the first step is to modernize the service and the operations in a single platform to help expand and improve the service offerings. So modernizing is the stand-up, the foundation for the visibility, integrate the service experiences, and integrate the data from across the enterprise. The second step is now apply the automation for this service and operations using AI to empower the self-service and predict and prevent incidents before they impact the users and the business. So automating the services to provide employees with a self-service to identify automations with virtual agent and AI search, and also predictive intelligence, and incident prevention for system and application to prevent issues, pinpoint root causes, reduce the noise, and correlate alerts so we can also run automation playbooks. And the third step is to ensure that we can play these governance roles, optimizing so we can identify the process bottlenecks, aligning the people to the task, and optimizing also the compliance and the performance standards. What we're going to see today is focus on the last two steps on automating and optimizing the service desk. So ServiceNow amplifies this intelligence across the workflows with an unified system of action, gaining context and empowering actions across IT, HR, and the customer service foundations. So we're going to start with the intelligence experience on how we can go from generic, slow, and costly responses to a proactive and personalized engagements. So for that, ServiceNow enables the operations to deliver great experience, providing a better self-service and empowering the service owner, all with without needing the data science experience. So we want to personalize and improve the customer and the employee experience with chats that can make the resolution and connections from anywhere, so a web portal, messaging apps, or collaboration tools, and seamlessly transfer this conversation, histories, and context to a live agent to address any escalations and resolve issues faster. The AI search also provides a natural, smart, and easy way to understand what are the user intents and how we can provide them with relevant, proactive, and personalized results. One of the things that the customers are very excited on this opportunity is to provide an enhanced experience and services in the way that doesn't impact their staff. So the opportunity comes from deflecting the less strategic requests using the virtual agent. The virtual agent is native to the ServiceNow platform, which means that the customers are able to employ the virtual agents without having to go out and implement and train new applications. The conversations can be created to support the virtual agent engagements. And a couple of the outcomes that we see or that we expect include giving the employees great opportunities, including the availability to request services 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Also, being able to provide these additional services without having to hire and train additional staff, and the availability to provide a very consistent, easy to navigate service experience. With the ServiceNow virtual agent, we're able to provide the user with a friendly and efficient way to handle routine tasks without having the time to talk with a live agent. With virtual agent, we also expect to see over 50% of the requests deflected. So imagine how much work we can get done if we focus the staff on innovating instead of answering calls about the status of the request or the incidents. So in summary, the advantages of having a conversational AI are fast deployments with guided experience and topic recommendations for new conversation topics that can deflect the most common issues, and improving in these outcomes with pre-built templates that are also around 50 of the most common requests, and use the AI tools to access the data, find different trends and meaningful data to take action. And with the seamless integrations, we can also connect to any communication tool to engage with the users. And at the end, have all this insight to identify what are also the opportunities for improvement with analytics and optimizing our service. So we're going to see a quick demo of the virtual agent in action. In this first example, what we're going to do is to create a new incident like we normally do it with the self-service from the employee center. So in this case, our issue is going to be related to a printer. Remember this because it's going to come in the future. So now that we have our incident created, we're going to return to the homepage, but see how this incident is already assigned to the virtual agent. And it's going to also send us a notification so we can do the solve of this issue. So now we are going to start a new conversation with the virtual agent. Sorry. And in this other case, we are going to do a password reset. This is also one of the most typical requests. So we're going to complete some validations in this first step, like our email address. And then we're going to complete also some security questions, like our 5-digit of the social security number. You can see also how this input is hide, like if it is a password. And we're also going to complete the rest of the questions, like what was our childhood hero, and the city and the country where we plan to retire. With this information, the bot validated all the data and the request, confirming that it's ours. And now we can change the password with all also the security validations that are needed. We're going to then confirm the new password. And just like that, we have updated and changed our password. And notice that in this same conversation, we got a notification from the virtual agent. So this notification is related to that incident that we created at the beginning, seeing it's already assigned to the virtual agent. Now the chatbot is going to guide us on the conversation to solve the printer issue that we have. So we're going to set what is the type of issue that we are experiencing. And based on this type of issue, the virtual agent is going to provide different steps that we can use for the resolution to do this self-service. For this scenario also, we're going to put that these steps were helpful for us, so they solve the issue. And notice that also when we mark that this solve the issue, we can also close the incident from here. So if we mark that action, the incident is going to be already resolved. So we don't need to do any interaction with other users or the service desk, but that is going to be automatically solved by the virtual agent. So now moving into the intelligent automation, we want also to go from mundane tasks and manual error-prone work to actionable insights and immediate resolutions. So ServiceNow helps us on automating these routine tasks, empowering also the self-service, and get the resolution faster so that the employees can focus on the meaningful work. With powerful workflows and machine learning, we can also increase that productivity and simplify the work. With the workflows that we automate, we can easily transform process into a no-code digital workflows, tracking complex workflows with a diagram-based design environment. And we can also extend these ServiceNow workflows to create new ones with reusable flow components, empowering the business users to manage complex decision logic and automate any business process across departments, systems or records, and also people. With the different predictive intelligence models, we can also generate predictions to categorize, route, and prioritize the work, improving in the customer experience. And with a faster resolution time, we can also get a quick time to value, increasing on the agent's availability to focus on more meaningful tasks. The predictive intelligence similarity framework also allows to find recommended content to help agents to solve the issues faster, like similar incidents, cases, and alerts, proposing the next actions like creating a major incident, or also link them to related existing incidents. And with the clustering framework, we group similar records together to optimize the efficiency, finding patterns with unsupervised machine learning and uncover the automation opportunities. And with the regression model, we can also predict these numeric inputs. This is a common supervised machine learning technique that we can use to predict continuous values based on a given criteria, like the needed time to solve a case or an incident. And adding these together, predictive intelligence and the virtual agent, we can see different models and automation opportunities for recommendation on increase deflection and lower the mean time to resolve the issues with the most common IT use cases. And with these recommendations, we also train our natural language understanding model to monitor the intent predictions and also the utterance that we're going to use before we publish them. So we are also going to see in this second example a quick example of these different models in actions. For that, we're going to go to the service operations workspace. And we're going to start by making us available on the inbox. And here we can see that we have a new incident. Once we open that new incident, we can see that the workspace provides all the contents on the issue that we are having. If we look at the investigation section, we can also see a couple of indicators with that with those recommendations and the similarity for different assets and configuration items and the different services that are impacted. In this case, we can also see on the recommendations what are some of the similar incidents, if we can relate them or link them or work on a major incident. Or also, if we use the agent assist, we can look for the similar open incidents. And based on all those incidents that are similar, we can then create a new problem to identify what is the root cause of the issue and then solve all the incidents that are related, saving time for the service desk agents on this meantime to resolve the issue. And for our last topic, we're going to have the intelligence optimization. So going also from static charts and unclear priorities to instant insights and smart decisions. Performance analytics is a core now platform capability that puts the power of the data in the hands of the stakeholders and the subject matter experts. So workers, owners, and executives who are responsible for the success of the service delivery. By providing everyone in the organization the access to the data and the information that drive the business transformation, we enable also the workforce to set, track, and analyze the progress against the goals that we have. We are connecting more people with better data, and in less time, we help them to focus on the things that really matter. Performance analytics comes with over 350 predefined KPIs, so we can measure the platform process, and also includes a mobile-enabled scorecards with responses and interactive dashboard and powerful analytics to deliver the insights into how we can improve in the quality of the business services and processes. Starting from the KPI definitions, we can accelerate also this journey with a visual plan on how we can support the business goals and objectives and quickly design the prototype dashboard to see these indicators. With Analytics Hub, we can also explore the indicators and gain more detailed analytics with trends, predictions, breakdowns, and the associated records for a specific indicator, focusing the teams also on what they should prioritize using the business requirements to track these records. And we can also ask questions in a natural, everyday language, getting quick answer in the form of a list, values, and also charts, making it easier to filter and search the data for a future outcome. And with process optimization, we want also to enable the visualization and analytics of the process flows based on the data that is hidden in the ServiceNow audit logs. We can drill down into the workflows to identify what are the bottlenecks and weaknesses that denigrate the KPIs and limit the customer satisfaction for a proactive optimization and improve in the business outcomes. And also for the workforce optimization, we empower managers and team leaders and agents also to improving the quality and the efficiency of the service team while we enhance on the team satisfaction. With a single interface, the workforce optimization enables a smart scheduling and skill growth, allowing a real-time and historical snapshot of the team performance. And all these indicators are not only focused on the service desk part, but also for the user experience on how we can improve the usage and the adoption of the ServiceNow application with metrics and interactions in a comprehensive dashboard to understand the user experience and create more intuitive journeys for them. So for our last example, we are going to see a success dashboard from ITSM. So we can see the first overview of the indicators. We can focus on specific service groups like IT or HR. We can also see that performance and see how that is distributed in different months, quarters, or years. If we can improve indicators also where we need to take different type of actions. Also from the service quality, we can see different indicators on the satisfaction score and the mean time to resolve, and also look at the different trends for the dates. With these indicators, we can also do a benchmark to compare how we are doing versus other companies. In this benchmark, we can see different dashboards for ITSM, IT operation management, or the conversational interfaces. And the intention is that we can take action from here. So you can see that in IT service management, there are different indicators for each application, for incident, problem, change, service catalog, etc. In this case, we're going to see that the average time to close a change is very high. So once we enter in that indicator, we can review what are the recommendations and create a new improvement initiative to work on an action plan and improve in this indicator. So to start to finish with the presentation and in summary, there is a lot of intelligence built in the process of providing and improving business services. So let me show you how this different interaction for artificial intelligence is related in the context of the incident life cycle as we create them, resolve them, and the overall process. So first, the automation discovery is also a new capability that use machine learning to cluster and identify recommended automation opportunities that we can implement with the ServiceNow solution. The incidents are also created by systems in a proactive manner. We have alerts configured to sense typical risk expected. And with the machine learning clustering, we combine these groups of alerts and create an incident proactive for before the users get to see this. Alternative also, when the users have issues, they try to create an incident using either the virtual assist or an incident form through the service portal. In either case, the user is assisted in an intelligent, responsive, and a conversational fashion. Based on the short description provided by the user, relevant knowledge-based articles are pulled to help user to self-resolve the issue. And the virtual assist can also be trained to help to resolve issues for the most frequent issues that the users create. While the user is creating the issue, inform analytics help the users to also get quick insight, such as the average time to take to resolve similar incidents in the past, easily making the users to, or essentially, the user is not left alone while they create the issue. At every step, the user is guided and helped to resolve the issues quickly and possible before the incident is created. Once we have the incident created, several machine learning-based implementation comes to play. So using the classification model that we talked, the incidents are automatically categorized as well as assigned to a specific assignment group. The SLA breach prediction algorithm also predict if the incident is expected to breach the SLA based on the historical data. The SLA breach possibility, along with several other considerations, such as the priority, the business service, the age, etc., are also evaluated. Also, the open incidents that are currently at a stage or an assignment group where there are possible delays or bottlenecks, that are also tagged. And based on all these consideration and tags, a list of incidents that should be attended first is prepared. This is called a spotlight. So this spotlight then is presented to the agent, who does not have to go through all these considerations in a day-to-day. So this automation saves a lot of time and energy for the agents to improving the business services and the quality and response. Besides this automation that help the tactical operation, we have system components that aid improvement of the overall process strategy. Using metric definitions, a platform feature, several metrics and targets are defined. The current dashboard and mobile dashboard provide also insight to the service owners on the current operations and the performance. And with the natural language query interface, we allow the service owners also and the agents to get answers quickly without writing complex queries. And with continuous improvement management, that is another powerful platform tool, we help the service owner to create process improvement initiatives, identify corrective actions, and track them to see improvements in the metrics. So thus, the service owners are fully equipped to get visibility into the operations and steer the process towards the continuous improvements. And besides this the incident description is also analyzed using a text analytics to identify patterns that leads to problems as well as knowledge gaps. So with problems and knowledge gaps are also identified by analyzing the incidents using the machine learning clustering. Thus, the users, agent, as well as the service owners are fully supported through the various intelligence systems and components through the journey of the incident lifecycle. So where we can start with this digital transformation, we basically see 5 steps. First, it establishes a solid data foundation, then evaluate the service performance baseline, so we can identify what are going to be those goals and the pinpoint areas for the improvements. And once we have those goals and areas of improvements defined, we can then move into the automation to deliver automation and self-service, and optimize to measure, monitor, and make the continuous improvement in the service. Here in HandCloud, we will also like to take you in this maturity path to move from the current basic operation that we have with repetitive and manual tasks, first to an automated IT planning with workflows and integrated tools to drive an operational excellence, and then going to an optimized and transformation stage to improving the self-service and the automation experiences, and using AI to detect and remediate different types of issues, moving into a more proactive operation to create new digital services. So that'll be all from my side. Thank you so much for listening and for the time that you spent time with us. So now we're going to open the space for any questions and answers. So feel free to send the questions that you might have on the chat, and we'll try to provide you with any questions.
Thank you, Juan. Actually, we have some questions here. The first one, what do I need to be able to use the virtual agents conversations?
Excellent. That is a good question. So probably on the technical part, we need to be on at least a professional version from ServiceNow, so we can enable that virtual agent. And then the different topics or conversations that is already created. We have over 50 of the most common IT issues in conversations that are already created as a template. So we can use that to start, and then also create our own custom and specific conversation for the virtual agent.
Thank you. And the next one, what happens if the virtual agent doesn't know the question is being asked?
It's great, excellent question. So for when we don't have that conversation or that topic that the virtual agent can handle, it's going to route the conversation to a live agent. So the live agent will be basically a person that reviews that conversation and then provides with the answer. So that'll be when the virtual agent cannot continue with the conversation. So it will move or transfer that to a live agent. But also at the end, we are going to have all the insights for this recommendation. So we can see what were the type of topics or intents that the users try to do with the virtual agent that we didn't cover. So we can then create that new conversation and make sure that we cover everything or the most common conversations with the virtual agent.
Thank you. And we have another question. Can the conversation that the virtual agent had with the user be analyzed to find patterns?
Right. Yes, for sure. So all the context of the conversation is stored, so it can be later analyzed using different indicators, KPIs, and the machine learning algorithms. So based on that conversation, we can identify if there were also any topics or conversation that the user tried to do, or also any other utterances or keywords that they are using, so we can also improve in the conversation. So yeah, for sure, all the text is analyzed, and with the machine learning algorithms, is going to identify all those different patterns.
Okay, and we have another question. How does it generate recommendation to find similar incidents or recommend creating a major incident?
Yes, excellent question also. So for those recommendations, what it used for predictive intelligence, I was searching it from here, is the similarity model. So based on the business context, it's going to find all those incidents that are related, that have a similar short description or a similar description. First, we will train that model so it can find those records that are related, that are similar. And then on the recommendations, we also train or configure the agent assist on when it needs to show these recommendations. For example, if we have 5 incidents that are related that it identify as similar, we can configure what are going to be the recommendations. If we are going to create a major incident, or a problem, or send a communication or something like that, those are going to be different thresholds that we configure for what is going to be the action to execute.
Okay, Juan, I think that's all. Well, if there are no further questions, we can conclude our webinar. We really appreciate your attendance, and we will share this recording with you. And if you need more information, please contact us, and we will be happy to help you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Juan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to everyone. Thanks for the time. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.